called him out at the press conferences, keyed him off. See it, he patrol! The brand and all that type of thing. I do think.
Something very unusual is happening in boxing right now. A young fighter from Britain is not just winning fights, he is turning the ring into a stage. His name is Ben Whittaker, and while most fighters try to dominate their opponents with intimidation and brute force, Whittaker does something completely different. He dances, he smiles, he mocks punches in the middle of exchanges, and sometimes he even starts entertaining the crowd while his opponent is still trying to understand what just happened. Some fans love it, while others absolutely hate it, but one thing is certain: nobody can ignore him. Ben Whittaker first burst onto the global stage during the Tokyo Olympics, where his flashy style, confidence, and natural charisma immediately made him stand out from the rest of the boxing world. His presence in the ring had a powerful effect, leaving almost no one anywhere near Whittaker unimpressed.
A very good effect here, and anywhere near Whittaker. Take a chance, get inside, get engaged, see it level. Whittaker needs one of them. Absolutely no way Ben Whittaker can think, I can just coast through this. This is what Whittaker cannot allow. Halfway through this third round, it's come from Ben Whittaker. Has there been enough quality? He takes it.
Before turning professional, people were already comparing his showmanship to fighters like Prince Nassim Hamed. Because Whittaker does not just fight to win, he fights to entertain.
My G, you see this guy here? This guy here, this is Ben Whittaker. Ben Whittaker. Bad boy fight. Olympic fire right now, but I swear to you, this guy here, the creme de la creme. He's middleweight. I'm watching him. Don't worry, I'm watching. 19. Nah, I'm watching. That's his dad, so you can see.
Hey, he'll be heavyweight. Remember I told you.
Nah, he can fight, I swear.
But I was a hyperactive kid. I was actually diagnosed with ADHD, so I was bouncing off the walls. I couldn't, in the classroom I couldn't concentrate. Got kicked out. My dad said, alright, you need to have a bit of discipline and burn off your energy. Went down the gym. Next thing you know, I'm in the Olympics, so it's worked out. Taking a bit of time off, see the family and things like that before it gets busy, and then you'll see me in a pro ring next.
Behind all the dancing, smiling, and taunting is a fighter who is actually extremely skilled. His timing is sharp, his reflexes are elite, and his ability to control distance allows him to frustrate opponents before he even begins throwing real power shots.
Things happen for a reason. We've aligned. What he's got going on is great. He's professional. I'm at a certain point in my career where I've got the platform. I just need the right route, the right fights, and the titles. And he can do it. Matchroom can do it, so it made sense.
Truthfully, skill-wise, I'm there now, but it's about experience. Those guys are 33, 34, I'm 26, so couple more fights, couple more testing fights like this Saturday. Throw me in the mix because I believe I'll beat them both.
Who do you fancy in the main event, and would the loser even be an option, or am I talking nonsense? Say you want to go straight for the winner?
Both of them have got a great name, so that on your resume you wouldn't really complain, but I think anyone with a bit of ambition would push towards the winner. But I know both guys. I've sparred Boatsi countless of rounds. I've sparred Aziz back in the day, but he's good friends with my dad. He always has banter about the football, so all I can do is just make the best man win, because they're both great people really. But at the end of the day, I'd push towards the winner, but if the loser came on board, I wouldn't mind either.
That is exactly what happened when he faced Greg O'Neill in his professional debut. From the very beginning of the fight, the difference in speed was obvious. Whittaker was moving freely around the ring, slipping punches, landing sharp counters, and gradually testing just how uncomfortable he could make his opponent. But then something else started happening. The showmanship began. Instead of simply boxing safely,
when I made the decision to become a boxer, I think discipline was the main thing for me. People see my skills, but they don't really know how hard I work. And on GB, you kind of mummified, if that makes sense. The coaches will get you up, they will take you to the tournaments, they will make sure the food's there. When you turn professional, it's all on yourself. And some of those guys, what do I do now? Nobody's waking me up. But then that's down to the person to say, okay, I've seen what it's like with a routine. Why can't you keep the same routine? And for me, I've got great people around me where, they will push me, but at the end of the day, it's down to yourself, because when you're in that ring, it's you and the other guy. They can't really get in and fight for yourself.
But that was only the beginning. When Ben Whittaker later faced Jordan Grant in Birmingham, the crowd already knew they were about to witness something different. Grant came in ready to fight, expecting a serious boxing match, but instead he found himself chasing a man who seemed completely relaxed inside the chaos of the ring. Whittaker was slipping punches, gliding around the ring, and occasionally stopping to pose or gesture to the audience before firing off sharp combinations that snapped Grant's head back.
For a right hand over the top there.
You know, you look at Jordan Grant, he's quite chunky, isn't he? There's the showboating.
You're that. Whittaker just hopping in on one foot there, and I don't think they're really going to be able to control.
The show was entertaining, but the punches were very real. As the fight progressed, the damage began to show on Jordan Grant's face, with swelling appearing around his eye while Ben Whittaker continued moving freely, controlling the pace and frustrating his opponent at every turn. Eventually, the pressure became too much. Grant was dropped and badly hurt, and moments later his corner threw in the towel to stop the beating. Once again, the dancing showman had turned entertainment into complete domination.
I truly don't believe no one can move like me, they don't have my speed like me, and they don't have the IQ like me at 175. They can all bang, they can all pretty. I've got something different, but at the end of the day I'm 11 fights in, that was my 11th fight. And it's all about process. When you want to build a star like me, you got to...
Perhaps one of the most interesting moments of Ben Whittaker's early career came against Vladimir Belujski, a fighter known for his knockout power. On paper, this was supposed to be a dangerous matchup, a moment where the flashy style might finally backfire against someone who could seriously hurt him. Instead, the opposite happened. Whittaker controlled the entire fight with speed and precision, breaking his opponent down round by round until the confidence began to show again. At one point, Belujski even attempted to mock Whittaker by copying his movements, throwing exaggerated punches into the air as if to ridicule the showboating style. It was a mistake, because Whittaker responded the only way he knows how. He copied the mockery right back, imitating Belujski's movements in front of him before instantly switching gears and launching a brutal combination that dropped his opponent and left the crowd roaring in disbelief. Moments later, the referee stepped in and stopped the fight. Another opponent humiliated, and another performance that people would be talking about for weeks.
That's the thing, it's all talks now, pressure this, pressure that, but in the Olympics there's no do-overs there. You wait 4 years just for that moment. So a lot of people say, this is Ben's time to shine, and every time I went in there, I shined, and that was with one arm. Not a lot of people know it, I did that with one arm. So I'm at 100% right now, I'm feeling great, I've had a great camp, and you'll see, man.
Are you looking beyond this fight? Are you looking, have you got some names that you'd like?
What next? Who would it be?
Probably you. With the comments you always do, you always sound disrespectful, so it's probably you. But
I'd pay to see that.
On that though,
yeah,
on that
give
though,
him the mic, because
on
he's
that
the person
though,
that keeps saying disrespect.
Well, I mean, when you stand in front of your opponent and you slap him on the top of the head with the inside of your
skill.
glove, that is disrespectful. Though.
That's skill.
It is disrespectful though.
Well, have you boxed before?
No, I haven't.
Well, there you go then.
I haven't, but I think an opponent would say that it is.
For you, when I'm watching a fight back, Ben disrespectful, Ben disrespectful. You're painting that picture as me disrespectful when it's an art, when it's a skill. So I think you need to sort your commentary skills.
That has quickly become the pattern with Ben Whittaker. Every time he steps into the ring, the reaction is the same. Some people admire the confidence and creativity, believing boxing needs personalities like this to keep the sport exciting. Others see it as disrespectful, arguing that one day the showboating could cost him badly against the wrong opponent. But so far, the results keep speaking for themselves. The speed is real, the timing is real, and the knockouts are very real, which means the big question surrounding Ben Whittaker is no longer whether he is talented. The real question is whether this dancing showman will eventually become one of boxing's biggest stars, or whether the flashy style will lead him into the wrong fight against someone who refuses to play along with the show. Because right now, Ben Whittaker is not just winning fights, he is turning every single one of them into a performance, and the boxing world is watching very closely to see how far he can go.